Standing warm up this morning because as we were mentioning, it is chilly and it's Monday. Just make sure my phone is off. Good. All right. Whew. All right, so let's come into alignment here, finding a nice mountain pose. So typically, we do mountain pose with our feet about hip width distance apart here. Okay, we're going to settle into that. Palms forward. So I also saw the moon this morning making just a beautiful crescent, so I think crescent will show up in our practices today. Let's take a few breaths here. And just noticing the breath. And then come into the feet. Have the feet nice and grounded here. We talk about the four corners of the feet. Firmly planted on the earth. And take your attention up through the spine to where the shoulders are sitting comfortably on top of the hips. And thinking about the ears now, so it's actually just taking the entire head back, not throwing it back, so the ears are over the shoulders here. And we breathe. Let's deepen our breathing with some earth and sky breath. This is going to be visual. So inhale from the earth up through the soles of your feet. Bring your inhale into the belly. And then as you exhale, observe the breath as it goes up through the center of the body and out through the head. So into the sky. And now the inhale is going to come in from the sky to the center of the body. And as you exhale, press it down into the earth through the soles of your feet. So we're inhaling from the earth into the center of the body, exhaling from the center of the body out through the head, through the crown of the head into the sky. And then take that sky energy in through the crown of the head to the center of the body, and exhaling center out through the feet. Okay, so just do that 2 more times. Inhale, earth, exhale, sky, inhale, sky, exhale, earth. When you're done with that breath pattern, just shake out a little more. Let's take the feet slightly wider than hip width distance and start to let the knees and hips bend, arms up and back. So opening things up here now, the hips, the legs, the shoulders start to open up. Inhale and exhale. All right, and bring it back to center. You can leave your feet right where they are, and we'll move into some cats and cows here. So the knees and hips are soft as the fingertips touch in a big round forward motion with the arms. And then open the arms back, heart shines up. Exhale forward, inhale up. And just keep going. And the next time the fingertips touch, stay here. Press your palms together and then lift those arms up. Inhale. So we're going to move into some crescent moves here. Interlace your fingers and point your index fingers straight up. The arms can be long or the elbows can be bent, whichever is better for you, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Plant the feet, inhale, and as you exhale, tilt to the left and come up, and we tilt to the right. And we move to the left. Yep, the arms can be lower if that's better for the shoulders this morning. Good. All right, let's come to the left and come to the right. And when you're finished with that pattern, come back to center. Now bring your hands to your heart and change the interlace of your fingers by one, and then once again point your index fingers up. It probably feels a little strange here, but the hands are at the heart now, the fingers are interlaced. And we are going to tilt back over to the left and then start to let the arms extend and come center, and tilt to the right and let the arms extend. Okay, and with your fingers interlaced, your bottom arm won't go all the way, but your top arm will go as far as it's appropriate for that to go. So just exploring the tilt from a slightly different angle here. And the next time you're over to the left, just let the arms open. Bring them back. Interlace the fingers in front at your heart. Notice if you went back to the way that you always interlace, or if you went to the different way. Just notice. Now take it over to the right. Extend. A lot of what we do in our practice, open the arms and come back, is just about noticing, right? Not forcing, but paying attention. All right, so let's go ahead and get some nice twisting in. So since it's Monday morning, we'll start with the feet slightly wider than hip width distance. Toes are facing out, the knees and hips are soft, and we'll go ahead and knock on the door of life to start waking things up. Yeah, and let the legs move naturally here. And then the hands are going to move away from the body. Maybe the arms come a little higher as you go side to side. And that all-important little immunity tapping right under the collarbone. And then arms go wider. And continue to go up as high as is right for them this morning. Coming back down. When you get to shoulder height, a little more immunity tapping here, right under the collarbone. And then let the arms start to lower until you're back to tapping on the door of life here. All right, and then slowly come to center, shake things out, and let's find that mountain pose again. Line everything up, inhale and exhale. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of standing camel to open the heart and bring warmth and brightness to the body. Okay, so you make gentle fists and put them right at the top of your glutes here, okay? And let your elbows start to come toward each other, and without throwing the head back, gently lift your heart. Okay, so similar, very similar to what we do when we move through cats and cows, the cat. And then come on up. All right, now you can either leave your hands here, or if you feel like you want to go a little deeper, bring your hands open to your thighs here and tilt back so your hands can slide down a little farther. Also opening the shoulders here. and release. Okay, let's shake it out. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so who has a strap? Anybody not have a strap nearby? Okay, grab your strap. If you don't have a strap, I'll tell you what to do in its place. Okay, we're going to work our way down to the earth, and we'll use the strap in a little bit. So just have the strap nearby. Come to the top of your mat. Take a breath. And float the arms up. Inhale with bent knees and hips. Float it down. Now bring your hands to your thighs. Shine your heart forward, half lift. Sink the hips, bring your hands down, and step back to down dog. Remember, you could be doing this at a wall, on a chair. Okay, we're in down dog, and we're going to bend one knee and then the other. Pressing one heel down, hold. Press the other heel down and hold. Press both heels down. And let's mindfully bring the knees down so we get them to the mat at the same time. And sit off to the side and find a seated mountain pose. So just as aware of our posture as we were in the standing mountain pose, see where things are lining up. Okay? The feet are flexed. Take a breath here. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's shake things out. So we're going to wake up the core now. Okay, so let's go ahead and bend the knees. Bring the feet hip width distance. We'll start with the arms forward. Spine is long here. And just start to lean back. Feel your core engage. Feel where it is right now that engagement comes in. And maybe where you're feeling a little challenged now. Okay? Right before the point where you're about to drop out of engagement. Okay? Challenge here. Inhale and exhale. Now from right here, just holding this is going to be a lot of work for your core. Arms go up by the ears, or they can do this, right? And go forward. Okay? Arms up by the ears and forward. And now arms out to the side and forward. And arms out to the side and forward and release. All right? So that's what we're doing. Now we have the option to add a leg. Okay? All right. So let's take the arms forward, find core engagement, even find core challenge point here, and take the arms up by the ears, raise your right leg. Tap the right toes down, take the arms out to the side, option raise the right leg, and tap the toes down and sit up. Of course, the arms don't have to go totally up, right? It's between you and your shoulders this morning. Let's take it back, core engagement, core challenge, and arms by the ears, option, left leg up, tap it down, arms out, left leg, tap it down, and come up. All right, are we all good? Everybody's okay with this? We're moving on? Okay, so let's take it back, core engagement, core challenge. We're going to stay on the right, so it's arms up, right leg up, tap it out, arms open, tap down, arms up, tap, out, and tap. You can leave the right leg out if you want. You could even, if your shoulders say to, just leave the arms out and raise and lower. Just keeping your body in this position, your core is working super hard. Okay, let's do one more. Oh, bet you're ready to be done on the right. Okay, and let's bring it in. Okay, did that make sense? You can leave the arms out of it and just do the leg. You could just sit here like this and your core will work super hard even if you don't move anything else. Let's do it on the left. Take it back. And we're going up and tap and out and tap. Keep going. So remember, all through your practice, you have options, and you need to make sure that your practice is working for your body right at this moment. We're going to do 2 more like this. Out and tap, up and tap. Last one, out and tap, and release. So you can either just move around from Sukhasana or just wiggle things out with your legs straight, which feels better to you right now. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's get those obliques while we're here. So the knees are bent, the feet are to the mat, arms are forward. The right arm's going to come back, left arm forward as we move into the oblique and come up. Left arm back, right arm forward and up. Now option, add the leg. And down, we're going side to side, right to left. Yes. Okay. Could you do this without long arms? Yes, you could. Keep your elbows bent. Raise the leg. Ooh, this is getting to be quite a bunch of them, isn't it? Okay, so the next time you find yourself back, right arm back, left arm forward, just hang out. 3, 2, 1, bring it up. And left arm back, right arm forward. And bring it up. Oh, shake things out again. Inhale and exhale. Whew. All right, so let's go ahead and make sure that those hips are nice and open. Grab your strap. Okay. Everybody have a strap? All right. Okay. Because if you didn't, you would just grab the side of your leg. Okay, let's roll down. Okay, so we're going to do a fabulous move called Supta Hasta Padangustasana. So go ahead and take your right knee in, put the strap around the ball of your right foot. Your right foot is flexed and you're holding onto the strap, one end of the strap in each hand. Okay? And let's just go ahead and, because it's Monday and because we're starting out here, let's go ahead and let the leg come down and up gently. We're not tugging it with the strap, it's just nice and engaged in the strap. The foot is flexed. Just to release that hamstring a little bit. And then take it up and hold with the leg vertical. Okay, now take both ends of the strap in your right hand, take your left arm out to the side, and let that right leg open. Now, as the right leg comes to the right, just use your right arm to brace your leg so that it's not flopping, so that your hips aren't moving, okay? And you're not straining your inner thigh. And breathe here. Okay. Now, take your right leg back up to center. Transfer the strap both ends to your left hand. Bring your right arm out to the side. And let your right foot come just past the belly button. You're going to start to feel a nice stretch here in the IT band. Okay. And now, let that left leg straighten as much or as little as it wants to. And let the right leg continue to come over to the left. This time, that right hip will lift up, okay, and your gaze is towards your right fingertips. And then bring the leg back up to center. Okay, and let's take one end of the strap in each hand, take the leg down and up. You can bend your left knee back if you want, or leave your leg straight, whichever feels better to you. And let's see if that hamstring feels a little looser now, a little more flexible. Bring it up and hold. Okay, so we got the hip side to side, forward and back. Let's go ahead and bend that right knee. Okay, raise one foot and wave it at me if you're good to go on the other side. There's a lot happening here, so if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, so we're going to take the left foot in the strap now, holding on. So for this, I usually have my opposite knee bent. If you love to have your legs straight, you could certainly do that. Flex your left foot here, and let's just let the left leg come down and up gently a few times. And then bring the left leg back up. Make sure the foot is flexed and just breathe into the hamstring for a moment here. Take both ends of the strap in your left hand, right arm out to the side, and let that left leg open to the left. I'm going to switch so you can see again that the arm, in this case your left arm, is used to control how far down that left leg comes so that your hips are grounded and you're not straining your inner thigh. Okay, so we're out to the left now. And bring the leg back up to center. Take both ends of the strap in your right hand, left arm out to the side, and again, that right knee can stay bent or the leg can straighten any amount, and let your left leg come just past the belly button, feeling that stretch in the outer thigh there. And then let the left leg come over as far as it wants to. This time the right arm is helping the leg to stay in the position that it wants to be right now. And take your gaze towards your left fingertips. So the left hip is lifted here, but the shoulders are on the mat. And then bring your leg back to center, okay? Take one end of the strap in each hand and let the leg come down and up a few times. This is not an official part of this posture, but I thought it would be good to add, and just hold the leg up, flex the foot, and breathe into your hamstring. See how that left hamstring is feeling. All right, go ahead and bend your knee and put the strap off to the side. We're going to take the legs together here and take the arms out and just gently let the knees sway a little side to side. All right, so let's come back to center and then come to hands and knees. Make sure you have adequate padding under your knees. Anything we do on hands and knees, you could also do standing at a wall. Okay, so the knees are under the hips, the wrists are either under the shoulders or slightly forward, and let's take the right leg back, tuck the toes, and roll the foot forward and back so we get some nice flexibility in the ankle and toes here. All right, so the next time the right heel is back, hold it back, and we're going to do a little crescent move here. So go ahead and take your right leg out to the right, and making a nice big crescent, take it over to the left, and back to the right, and over to the left. And the next time your right foot is over to the left, leave it there and turn your gaze past your left shoulder. Look for your right foot back there. And release, bring the right knee down. Give your wrists a shake if you want to come on up for a second. And come back to tabletop. We're going to do the same thing on the left. So align yourself, take the left leg back with the toes tucked, press through the heel and roll. So we want to build some flexibility in the ankle and the toes. Liberate the toes. And then leave the left heel pressed back. And get ready for crescent. So take the left leg out to the side. Make a nice little arc as you bring your left foot over to the right and side to side. Yeah. Yes, nice arc up and back. Beautiful. And the next time your left leg is over to the right, stay here and gaze past your right shoulder. Look for your left foot and then bring it back around. Bring the knees down. We'll take the hands forward now into a gentle knee down plank and just rock the hips back and forth a couple of times. Finally landing in child's pose. So at this point, you might like to have your hands long in front. You might want to have them by your feet. Do whatever feels best for you here. And then float your way up to a nice even downward facing dog. Good. And we're going to walk the feet toward the hands, taking them a little wider as you go till they're the width of the mat here. Rest your forearms on your thighs. Bring your palms together at heart center. And then press through the feet. Lift the fingertips up toward the sky. Inhale, and as you exhale, go ahead and come back to mountain pose. Okay. Check in with your feet. See how that feels. And let's shake things out. Okay. All right. Are we ready for some sun salutations? So remember, I said crescent. Yeah. So we're going to see the crescent show up in a couple of places. We will be doing a low crescent lunge, and we'll also be doing that arcing move from our downward facing dog. So for the low crescent lunge, you want to make sure that you have the padding you want for your knees. You can always flip up the edge of your mat. That makes good padding too. Let's come to the top of the mat here. Inhale and exhale. And float your arms up. Inhale, exhale. We swan dive over straight legs from the hip creases. Those hamstrings that we were working on, see how they feel. Bring your hands to your thighs, hips back. Shine your heart forward, sink your hips down. Bring your hands to the mat. Step back with your right leg. We're in lunge now. And you might notice, go ahead and roll on your foot a couple of times. Just notice that knee and that ankle and foot flexibility here coming in handy. And go ahead and bring your right knee down. Float your arms up. You can point your right toes behind you if that feels good. Float your arms up for a low crescent lunge. And then bring your hands down. Find your way to a plank. It could be knees up or knees down, as long as it's strong. And then a nice strong chaturanga, lower yourself to the mat. Okay. So with the toes pointing behind you and the hands under the shoulders, go ahead and lift your hands 3 inches off the mat. Roll your shoulders towards your ears, down your spine, and shine your heart forward. Hands-free cobra and release. Okay, from here we're working our way to downward facing dog, remembering all the options you have. Okay, you could stay in table, you could go work at a wall, hands on a chair. You could just stand there and breathe. Okay, so we're going to even out our dog between 4 points. And then take the right leg up, tap the right toes out to the right, make that nice arc, right toes to the left, over and to the left. So remember, we did this with the knees down. You could certainly do it that way. And the next time your right foot is over to the left, just leave it there. This time looking under the left arm to spot those right toes. Bring the right leg back up and take a big step forward. Don't worry how big, just make a big step. Bring your left knee down and arrange yourself back for low crescent lunge. Okay, right knee over right ankle, left knee behind the hip, and low crescent lunge. Arms up, or arms out. Go ahead and bring your hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift that back knee. Now engage all the muscles of your body. Feel super strong here, very light on the fingertips. Step forward, half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. Okay, good to go on the left. Same series, left side, top of the mat. Let's find a mountain pose here. Take a breath. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over those hip creases. Half lift, sink the hips, hands down. This time step back with the left. Okay, so we're in this lunge here. Right knee is over the right ankle. And just once again, notice the foot ankle flexibility here. And press back. And then find your way into a plank. Could be knees up, could be knees down. The important thing here is that the spine is long and not saggy. Okay? Same thing as you move through your chaturanga. Everything stays long. If things start to sag, change position so your spine can stay strong here. All right, we did the hands-free cobra. We're going to do that again. Raise your hands, shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. Shine your heart forward and release. We're going to come back up into that. Shine the heart forward. Draw the elbows a little closer to the waist. Maybe deepen this cobra a bit and release. Find your way to downward facing dog. Great. Get nice and comfortable. 4 points of contact. Everything's even. Raise your left leg to hip height. Now take it out to the left and arc it over to the right. To the left and to the right. Nice. And the next time the leg is over to the right, leave it there. Look under your right arm. Spot your left foot. Bring the left foot back up and take the left leg forward. Bring the knee down and get ready for the knee down crescent lunge. Drawing the arms up. Good. And release. Tuck your toes, lift your right knee, engage all the muscles of your body, light on the fingertips, big step forward, half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. Good, and hands come heart center. All right, let's shake things out, and we're going to slow things down with some brush hands here. So take your legs wider than hip width distance apart with the feet turned out. But even with your feet turned out, make sure you're on all 4 corners of your feet, okay? So Check to see big toe mound, little toe mound, inner heel, outer heel, both sides. Now when you bend your knees are going to go over the toes, which is where we want them, okay? Draw your hands up through center, turn your palms forward, inhale, exhale as you bend your knees. Brush your hands like you're going down a wall and up. Brush down and up. Take it down and up. Good. Check in every once in a while. Make sure the knees are still heading over the toes. You'll get a nice stretch on the inner thighs here. All right, the next time your arms are up, stay here. Now turn your body to the right. So turn your right toes to the right, your left toes are in at an angle, and we're going to bend the right knee, brush the hands down the wall and up. Bend and brush and up. And last time here, arms up, take it back to center. Square off the feet and brush hands down and up. Yes, go down and up. Good. Next time the arms are up, hold them up. Turn to the left, left toes forward, right toes in at a slight angle, and we bend the left knee, brush hands down and up. And one more time to the left, take it center, and 4 times, down and up. Good, and hold the hands up, step together, and shake everything out. Inhale and exhale. Good. All right, let's go ahead and do a little bit of balance to get our week off to a nice balanced start. Find the feet hip-width distance apart. Inhale and exhale. Everything's lined up here, right? Including the hips. That's a source of throwing us off balance if the hips start to do this. So let's line up the hips nice and straight and keep them straight. Hands to the hips. Gaze is steady, right? You've got something you're focusing on that is not moving. And let's go ahead and just take the right heel up. See what happens on the left leg. Keep that left leg straight and strong. And take the knees. Start to lift the knee any amount. And release. All right, let's see how balance is doing on the left. Steady gaze, calm mind, strong supporting leg, heel up, maybe knee. And release, shake it out. All right, let's see if we can add a little crescent to that, shall we? Okay, so let's bring the hands to the heart this time. Right heel up. Right knee lifts, take the toes out to the right and over to the left. Harder than it sounded maybe, out to the right and over to the left. Out and over, out and over, and bring it center and down. Shake it out. Okay, let's try that on the other side. You see how the left side is behaving this morning. Go ahead and bring your hands to your heart center. Right leg strong, left heel up, knee up, and take it out and over, out and over, out. Good, and over, out and over. One last time, out and over. Take it forward and release, shake it out. All right, so moving balance side to side, a lot of things going on there. Why don't you go ahead, and I'm going to give you a minute. If you want to work one side, if you had one side that was particularly challenging, you can work that side for the whole minute. As usual, I will tell you when we're halfway through, and if you wanted to switch sides, you can switch sides. All right, so when you're ready, go ahead. And if you're switching sides, go ahead and switch. If you're staying on your fussy side, stay on your fussy side. All right, you've got 10. And bring it in. Okay. So just, huh? That was a long minute, you're right. Yeah, because I had to find the stopwatch on my phone. So, all right. You've got a good sense of timing. I thought I could slide that past you. All right, so let's come to, let's come to mountain pose. And just maybe even close your eyes and see what you feel about balance here. Perfect, and stretch things out. So you might have noticed when we were doing the brush hands to the side, it kind of felt like we were going to move into warrior two. So let's go ahead and do that. Take your legs super wide, right toes forward, left toes in at an angle, and then bend your right knee so it's over your right ankle. Your left foot is grounded and the arms float out to the side. So you're in a perfect, beautiful warrior two. Inhale and exhale. All right, so with the brush hands, we were moving the knee. This time we're going to go warrior two to reverse warrior. Bring the left hand down, right arm up. And back to warrior two. And reverse. And the next time you're in reverse, just hang out here. Maybe take your gaze up to your right fingertips. See how that feels. And bring your arms back out to warrior two. Gaze past your right fingertips. Bring your hands to your hips. Now turn all 10 toes forward, maybe even slightly in toward each other. Bring your index fingers to your hip creases, and with a long spine, start to fold forward as much or as little as you want here. So you could stop here, you could keep going, you could stop halfway, you could keep going. If you're going past halfway, let your hands roll down your legs, and if the hands reach the mat, let them come to center at the mat. Otherwise, just keep them on your legs. Whichever one is better for you, you feel better. Now the crown of your head is facing directly toward the earth. And breathe. Bring your hands to your hips, come halfway up. Take a breath and slowly come the rest of the way up. Go ahead and heel toe your feet together. Shake the legs out so we can move on to the left. Okay, let's take the legs wide again. Left toes this time are facing forward to the left, right toes are in at an angle. Bend your left knee over your left ankle, shoulders over hips, arms out. We're in warrior two. Gazing past the left fingertips. Nice. Yeah. And we want to make sure both arms are in line with the shoulders, so just double check your right arm, especially because that one's behind you. Sometimes it slips down when you're not looking. Gaze past your left fingertips. And keeping the lower body steady, right hand down, left arm up, we're just going to move in and out of warrior two and reverse warrior. So this is all we're doing, and just find a pace that suits you right now. And the next time you find yourself in warrior two, stay there, gazing past your left fingertips. Bring your hands to your hips with your index fingers in your hip creases, and the toes are forward or slightly turned in. And come back into your forward fold. This time, go ahead and bend your knees. Plant your hands somewhere, either on your thighs or the mat, whichever feels better to you. And let yourself move from side to side. The shoulders might even get involved here. Just a nice release, and then go ahead and bring your hands to your hips, straighten your legs, carefully come halfway up, spend a moment there, come the rest of the way up. And heel toe your feet together, shake the legs out. Okay, so we're going to just continue to move around, shake things out, let things go, and make sure the body is prepared for when we come back down to the mat. Have your strap nearby. We'll do Viparita Karani with the strap. And if there's anything else you want for your final relaxation, something to cover up with, or something that smells nice, like this little lavender I have over to the side here. Okay. Whew. Shake it out, and then come to the top of your mat and find mountain pose. Okay. All right, so take a moment here to just breathe into your practice, all the work you've done so far, how things are feeling, and then float your arms up, inhale, exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift, set the hips down, and step back to down dog. If you're ready for table or just ready to come to seated, do that. Okay, and let the hips move side to side. If the knees are up, they'll move too. Come back to center, bring your knees down, sit off to the side in a seated mountain pose. The spine nice and long. Inhale and exhale. All right, and let's shake things out. So we're going to do a couple of soft forward folds. Just raise the arms lightly and gently fold forward. Roll your hands up your legs, and one more time. Come into a gentle forward fold. Stay here for a moment. Notice what's releasing for you. And then bring it back up to center. Okay, straps are ready, knees are bent, roll it down, inhale and exhale. We're going to take the right knee in and put the strap around the right foot with the right foot flexed. Okay, so this is just going to continue to move the hamstring and assess the hamstring. So here we are, the right foot is flexed, one hand on the strap, on either side of the strap. Inhale and exhale. And your left knee could be bent or the leg could be straight, whichever works better for you right now. Inhale, and as you exhale, without tugging on the strap, just let your toes gravitate closer to your head. And then bring the leg back. And then once again, inhale. This time, use the strap gently to help your hamstring release here. Okay? And if you feel like doing this, start to walk your hands up the strap a little bit. And then let your hands slide down. Let your right leg come back to vertical. Go ahead, bend the knee, put the strap off to the side. Keep your right foot off the mat as we point and flex the foot. And circle the ankle one direction and the other. Okay, now go ahead and hold on to your shin or your hamstring and let that left knee come out. This is your right knee come out to the right and back to center. Whew. Bring the right foot down, 2 feet to the mat, open the knees and close them a few times. Okay. Draw your left knee in, put the strap around your left foot with the left foot flexed, one hand on either side of the strap, right knee bent or leg straightened some amount that feels good to you. And just without tugging, breathe those toes a little feet closer to your head. And then release. With the left foot still flexed, breathe the toes back. Maybe give a gentle encouragement from the strap here. And if you feel like it, start to walk your hands up the strap. Let the hands slide down. Left leg back to vertical. Inhale and exhale. Okay. And we're going to bend the left knee, remove the strap, keep the foot up, point and flex the left foot. Circle one direction and the other. And then hold on to the left shin or hamstring and let that left leg come out to the side and back. Knee center and put both feet to the mat. Let those knees open and close a few times. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to do legs up the wall. Just go ahead and bring both knees in, put the strap around both feet and take the legs up. So legs up the wall. The reason that we have the strap now is just it gives us a little rest. So the strap is supportive for the legs. So just relax into this. You can bring your hands down till your upper arms are in contact with the mat. And just breathe in this inverted posture. See if you can notice the flow of breath. And then go ahead and bend your knees, remove the strap, put it off to the side, take your feet down, hands by your side, open, close, and wiggle the fingers. Rotate the wrists one direction and the other. Bring your hands down and let your head move side to side. Even bring the head back to center and start to take any final moves or do any realignment that your body is requesting. Okay? We're looking for our final relaxation position for this morning. So go ahead and move around. until you have found the place where you will be comfortable just being in stillness for a little bit. Make sure everything is ready, and then when you've found that place, just settle in. Inhale through the nose, and as you slowly exhale through the mouth, just let your body melt into the supporting arms of the earth. Move into your final relaxation here. Begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on your next inhale, extend your arms and legs long. Exhaling, draw your knees in. Give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. And come back up to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.